hospital.
Yeah.
So Steve went down to the basement and asked the father when what time he needed to be to work and who needed to be called. He let informed, that he was going to be late. I went to the mother and asked her what time she needed to be in to work, and she replied saying that she was a teacher and that she was off in the summer, so it was a non-issue. The father, on the other hand, is a doctor, apparently, and he didn't have to be in the office till 8:30, but he needed to make rounds at the hospital around 7, so he was expected to be somewhere at 7. He had made mention that of a supervisor's name that we have his wife contact in his head, saying that he wasn't feeling well and being at a later time.
Okay, was that call made?
That call was made. Steve and I went upstairs and untied the mother from her bed and had her come on the way downstairs. She had asked if she could peek into both children's rooms just to make sure that both daughters are fine. And I was fine with that, and it sort of helped reassure KK as well.
That was KK?
KK is the youngest daughter, the one that I was spending time talking to.
Okay.
We went downstairs with the mother and had her sit on the love seat in the living room where I retied her feet and her hands, and Steve went to scrounge up the portable phone, the house phone, which was in the kitchen.
Okay.
Got that, came back over and gave the phone to her. She couldn't dial it, so because her hands were tied, so I untied her hands again. And so she made the phone call. I had then gone and posted up in the kitchen, just sort of looking around out the windows and just overseeing different entry points in the house while Steve was with the mother making necessary phone calls to call the father off from work.
Okay.
When that was done, Steve had called me over to tie her hands back up. He put the phone back in the kitchen, and he had thanked her that she did a good job doing that.
Okay.
At that point, Steve was feeling a lot more comfortable about the mother going into the bank and withdrawing the $15,000 that we had originally thought of, the number that we had originally come to.
Okay. And what bank were you planning on doing this at?
The original plan was to have her go to the Bank of America in Waterbury.
Waterbury?
That was my understanding.
Okay.
But it'd be better that be that than the bank that was familiar with her.
Okay.
Might notice that she was in distress.
Okay. So at this point now, you had allowed Mom to check the bedrooms, and those children were the two female daughters were tied, but not harmed, fully clothed.
Yeah, there were
no issues.
No issues at all.
Okay. So go on.
We still had several hours to kill. It was only about 6:30, 6:45 at that point.
Daylight.
Yeah, it was definitely daylight outside. I was getting annoyed with Steve again because there weren't that many shades downstairs, and he was constantly walking back and forth across windows. I got to the point where I was getting so frustrated that I just went back upstairs again to go check on the daughters, and again struck up a conversation with KK. Got her some more water. She had needed to go to the bathroom, so I had untied her and allowed her to use the bathroom in the master bedroom.
Okay.
When she was done, she came back into a room where I then restrained her feet, but let her hands be as they were previously. I also went to go give some water to the oldest daughter, but she wasn't really that thirsty, which was fine. I was starting to get down to crunch time.
Crunch time meaning?
We were thinking of Steve leaving with Mom at about 8:45 because the bank closed at 9, and so we thought 8:45 would be a good time to leave. Because if he was wanting to make the water very, it'd take about 20 minutes to get there.
Okay, so everything's still where we are. As far as no one's injured other than the father, you guys are biding time till the 9 o'clock when you think you should go to the bank.
Window, yeah.
Mom had already called Dad in, her husband in to, calling her Mom, the adult.